All right, guys, welcome back to the show. I wanted to do a little update, not too big. I did do an update on Discord a few weeks back, actually, and I mentioned a few bits and bobs. I said, look, the market looks bloody. I think it's going to go down. If we lose the 63k area, that's kind of our safety bracket. If we lose that, then we are going to go down further. So we did see a nice little low. We've come back into the safety zone. So this is one of the reasons why I wanted to make this video. By the way, my name is Sham, this is 0x5. If you're here for the first time, thank you very much. Like, share, subscribe. I'm gonna catch you guys on another one very soon. Actually, no, I'm not. I'm gonna catch you here. Right, so the point is look, we're back in the 63,500, which is kind of a safety bracket. Now, unfortunately, sadly, we did go down very low, right? And the lows were not that good. I mean, how low did we go? We went to close to 53,000 something, right? These are numbers that I have mentioned before. I'm not going to go all over them anymore. You know, I don't want to be like a broken record, because I've given the probabilities of what numbers we could expect if we go in a particular direction, and then on the way upside what we could actually expect. So for example, the 63,388 was a resistance level in my charts, basically. So we're above that. That means we're now in the safety bracket zone, which means that we're going to have to go and test the 65,500, and that's like our little safety area. As long as we can stay there for the week, so this is obviously Monday, if we can stay there for the week, then it should be good for us. That means that we are looking at an upper trajectory, and we can start moving forward basically with it. However, on the shorter time frames, like the 1 day, the 3 day, we still have room, right? So we still have plenty of room to grow, but we are getting to that level where we might see a little correction, right? And a correction could be just a standoff, nothing else, right? It doesn't have to be anything. We don't have to see a dip. So that's the idea. Now that we're in this safety zone, we don't necessarily have to see a dip. However, if we do see a dip, then it's also part of the trend. Reason being is because what we did was, when we went to that $53,000 level, we invalidated a very crucial level, right? The below 62,000, below 60, whatever you want to call it, right? It's a crucial zone for us, right? Where the previous body of a particular candle was there, and we kind of obliterated that and we went below. Of course, if we are seeing a relief rally going back up, great, but it just could be nothing more than a relief rally. I would love to personally see 63,000 being held, possibly even at 65,500 being broken. Then the momentum will kick in. However, all the charts, as I've mentioned many times before, that there were particular parts in the chart that make me a little bit pessimistic. However, I'm still very optimistic and very bullish, and the charts were all indicating to be positive, of course, after a particular correction. Now, I did mention this on Discord as well. I may have got the dates wrong. Guys, look, when I'm talking about predictions and I'm doing these weeks in advance, give me slack, right? That's what I'm asking for. So that's what I saw. I do have the chart in front of me. I do have it on a 3-day. I'm going to move it over to a weekly just so I can get a bigger idea of what's going on. So this candle that we have opened up today, right, and that was after midnight yesterday, or after 1 a.m, whichever one comes for you, depending on whereabouts you live in the world. So this candle is a great candle. It has a lot of volume with it, it has a lot of momentum with it, and it has the potential to change the market structure. As I said, what we did recently, last week, the week before, wasn't good, right? But what we have done now compared to last week is good, because we've confirmed the upward momentum since last week. We've confirmed that candle, that yes, it wants to be a positive candle. We have moved forward. We have now created a higher candle. So it's a lower high, but it's high, right? That's the most important thing. So it's higher than the previous one. That's what we want, right? Now we got to go and challenge the previous levels. As I've mentioned many times before as well, for us, the current, the new all-time high that we had, which is the 73,757, that is now our main target. Of course, in between that, we will have other levels like the 65k, the 68k, you know, all of those levels, the 70k, 71k, all of those are levels as well, right? If you look at a higher time frame. But the 63,700 is the target for us. If we can break that, of course, we can see a new all-time high, and the new all-time high could be 100k, right? Let's be optimistic here. This is not financial advice, obviously. None of this is financial advice. So that's how I'm looking at it. But of course, every indicator for me on every single timeline right now has become positive, has become bullish. As long as we can continue with this, we should be okay. There's only one thing that affects me a little bit, is there was a particular zone in 2022 on the RSI, not the stochastic, on the RSI, that did kind of make me a little bit pessimistic. But again, I'm looking at some crazy data. I'm looking way back 2 years in the past to identify certain areas, hence why my predictions don't have to be true or anything like this. I could be completely off. The data that we're printing now is fresh data, and of course when I'm talking about stuff like 3 weeks ago, 2 weeks ago, a month ago, 2 months ago, for particular actions and particular results to happen, the probabilities, right? Please take it with a pinch of salt. I don't claim to be a genius. I don't claim to know it all, but I'm just looking at the probabilities and I'm saying this is highly likely to happen. If this, then this will happen, right? And so far it has played to exactly how I've said it. Probably only one factor, 99% I would say, is that I did say it'll probably last a week or two. It did it in a week, right? So that's that, like, you know. But then again, I'm still on timeline wise, I'm still okay, because I did mention it on a particular day and I said, look guys, we'll probably expect it for 2 weeks. We might see a positive in 2 weeks, and I think this is the second week, so I could take that as well. And that's the reason why I would say 99%. Again, I'm not claiming to be 100% accurate, guys, but that's what I see so far. So this is good. This is good. The market is back above 2 trillion. Let's just say 2 trillion. It's at 2.27 trillion right now as of making this video. It did fall below 2 trillion, which was bad, which is really bad, right? But now we're back into a positive zone. As I said, all of this is positive, but it's not the greatest news until we go and touch the higher levels, right? So this does bring us back into the edge of that safety net, just, you know, the thin line, right, on that bracket of safety. So let's hope for the best. Let's hope this week, Sunday, we close at where we are. This price or anything better, doesn't matter, right? As long as we can close at this particular price, we are good, right? And this could potentially, as I said, just to be a little bit pessimistic, this could be a relief rally. So only way we can find out is if we go and break through that 65k. Then we know that this is not true, right? It is not a relief rally, it's an actual rally. But if we get rejected around the 65k and then we start dipping down below the 63k, this was all nothing, just a complete farce. So it's wise, right, you know, to play the game with good strategy. Know your you know, put your stop limits in. Don't risk it all, right? Don't go all in and say, right, I say I'm going in 10x, right, 20x, 100x, and I don't care about what happens. No, make sure to take your profits, right, guys? Whenever the market gives us a green candle, it's opportunities for us to take some profits off the table so that we can come back and play the reds, right? That's how it should be. So I hope this video was informative. I know I didn't really put much there, but it's because the way I am, the way I do stuff, my community know this. I talk about stuff weeks in advance. I'll give you price and you know, probabilities, right? Call it prediction or whatever you want to. There's no prediction because there's no crystal ball, but I'm doing this weeks in advance, hence why I'm not here every single day in your ear, in your face, right, talking about the same old bullshit every single day. No, right? And I don't talk about the news. News comes after we talk about whatever. So end of the day, news is only connecting dots, nothing more, right? None of this matters. This is the chart playing itself. Where we are on the chart right now isn't a gray area, and I'm telling you this right now, is not a gray area. For us to be on a gray area, we need to be above the 70k, then we're in a better area. So understand this, from where we are right now, or where we were, like the 53, 54k, whatever we're going to call it, around that level to the 70k, it's kind of in a particular zone, but it's not the greatest zone to be in. For us to be in super bullish or super happy, we need to be above the 70k, to be honest, right? Because that changes the trend. Right now we're still on a downward trend. It doesn't matter if we have a couple of weeks of positive. You've got to be realistic. That's what I'm saying, right? So if this video was informative, please do like, share and subscribe, and I'll definitely catch you guys on another one. If there is anything, let me know in the comments. You know, let me know how you feel about the market, what you think about the market, right? I am on Discord. You can leave messages there. I'll come back and reply. Like, this is actually a response to a member, KR. He mentioned something just moments ago, and I'll give you the time and date so you'll understand. Just moments ago, he actually mentioned something, and he said, what do I feel about it. So I thought, you know what, rather than talk to him, I might as well just drop a video and let you know. So the time now is 7:35 p.m. here in the United Kingdom, and the date is, I'm about to give you the date. The date is Monday, 15th of July 2024. So just for your reference, at least you know what day, what time frame I'm talking about, so there's no confusion, because a lot of my videos people tend to see it later on or discover it later on, and they make comments like that's not relevant. Actually no, it's relevant to the time. So hence why I've started putting timestamps, my actual physical time of the real day. So the time is here, the date is there. So guys, if you have watched it up to this point, please understand, right? I'm only trying to keep you guys focused on what to expect, right? I'm not here hyping anything. So other than that, once again, like, share, subscribe, and I'll catch you on another one very soon. Adios, my amigos.